Okay, again, this is all old Myoporum. It's done. It's it's beyond done. Again, this would be a great opportunity. This is one of my favorite plants, but it'd be a great opportunity. That's called mallow, by the way. To maybe pop a few mallow in here, get rid of all this. I mean, if you look at it, first the snails got to it, maybe some foot traffic, but this Myoporum is shot. It's never coming back. Certainly not to be vibrant. And it'd be a great opportunity to just spot a few plants in it. Maybe use some of the echium too. These are spent back here, but a couple few new echium, and just have it be a nice clean mulch bed. Gonna save a ton on water. Both the mallow and the echium are pretty moderate water users, and I think what you get is a push of color at several different times a year without all of this ugliness for your ground plant. The underplantings, you've got a lot of ground cover. Are they committed to ground cover? Because that uses a lot of water.
I think that's a great question.
Because there are things you can do with smaller drifts of plant material, and I notice you do utilize mulch or other types of non-organic ground covers that are attractive and are going to save a bunch of water. So it just seems to me like it doesn't look like there's a real rhyme or reason. So we'd like to really understand, what your thought process is about it. But I could see opportunities to just have nice drifts with a few native plants with mulch, as opposed to putting out all the water, for example, to keep the red apple green. So I could do this all day. No. So what's interesting to us is that here you have these native drought-tolerant plants that are sitting in a ground cover. This is red apple. Everyone knows red apple. Red apple, believe it or not, is a pretty high water user, and it's a super high nitrogen feeder. It means if you want it green, you've got to pump up the nitrogen, which means regular fertilization. So ultimately, you've got incompatible water needs and incompatible fertilizer needs. The natives don't need fertilizer, but the red apple does. And of course, it's also very susceptible to fungus now. So we want to make sure that you're aware of that. We keep you aware of that. Our team would get you information on the different types of fungus that have been affecting this plant material. And you probably want to have a fungicide program. Yeah, fungicide program if you're going to keep it. Yeah. Okay, so I'm only, this is not landscape, but my brother's an attorney. This yellow stripe's not going to save you from a lawsuit. Okay, so what's happened is probably a tree root or something has lifted the sidewalk up, and now you've got about an inch and a half lip here. If a skateboarder comes through or someone with a walker, they trip and fall, it's on you. And you could just go to this expansion joint and cut this out here, cut this expansion joint out here, and re-pour for very, again, what is that, a half a yard of concrete. It'll save you a big lawsuit. It may have been, it could have been the desire of your community to have, all of these shrubs grow to, what is this, 15 feet tall behind us. But again, the woodiness it's just not attractive, number one. And it looks like your landscapers are skirting this honeysuckle up. But again, these can be brought back down. It's about a 3 to 4 month process. They'll push again in the spring and kind of have it be a little bit more manicured and under control. Because right now it's like all over the place. This is called Echium. Pride of Madeira is the common name for it. And I guarantee you these were planted when the community was new, and they performed beautifully for 20 years. They're done. And our recommendation is just be straightforward. There are about 7 plants here. We would say let's take them out. Just put a 5-gallon back in. They're very fast growers. Make all the difference in the world. This doesn't work anymore. And I mean, it is really dead. That's dead. When it's just snapped off. There's no tissue here left. No viable tissue. So they need to go. So there's one more thing. I understand there are areas on site that you're looking at renovating, and we've got, I believe it's at least $2 and maybe a $3 a square foot rebate for removing turf and putting in drought tolerant plant material. You don't have to do anything. If you hire our company as your maintenance contractor, we have in-house design build landscape designers that will design it for you. We have an entire team that does the entire process with the county and with the water district. You do nothing. You just sign and say, yes, we're gonna do it, and we take care of everything, and then when you get the check, you pay us. That's how it works.